Now, when we say the Supreme Lord, Krishna or Vishnu, is the source of this creation, and many, many universes are coming out of him, we should not be under the misconception of comparing the Lord to something material. In this material world, what happens is, suppose I have a piece of paper. I have, let us say, an A4 size paper. Now, what I do, I make a smaller piece of paper out of that. How do I do that? I tear that piece of paper, A4 sheet, into two pieces. I've got two A5 size papers, two half A4 size papers. I have now created out of that original A4 page. Now I can further create more pieces out of that by tearing those pieces into halves again. So I have got now four small pieces of paper from the original A4 sheet of paper. Now I have created four small pieces of paper from one A4 paper. That A4 paper was the source of all these four smaller pieces of paper. Now if you ask me, where is the A4 paper? How can I bring back the A4 paper? That is what has become these small pieces of paper. When I say these four pieces of paper have come from that A4 paper, that means the A4 paper is gone. I cannot bring back the A4 paper. That has been converted into, that has become these four pieces of paper. In this material world, whenever creation happens, that's how it happens. When you create something from some other object, that source object will transform into the product object. You cannot bring back that source object unless you destroy the product. This is how this material world works. Suppose you want to make one nice ornament. You take a bar of gold, let us say 10 gram of gold, and then you beat it into various shapes and make a nice necklace. Now nice necklace has come out. Now where is that original 10 gram of gold? That is gone. That has become this necklace now. Like this, there is a source object that you transform into a product, then that source is gone. This is how material world works. Now if we try to apply the same logic to Mahavishnu or to Krishna, that from Krishna so many universes are coming out. That means Mahavishnu himself has transformed into this material universe. So Mahavishnu is gone, finished. No more Mahavishnu. No. That is the inconceivable method of creation by Mahavishnu. It is stated in the Vishnu Purana that Shaktayaha Sarva Bhavanam Achintya Jnanagocharaha Yato Ato Brahmanastastu Sargadya Bhavashaktayaha Bhavanti Tapatam Shrestha Pavakasya Yatoshnata. The example is given in the Vishnu Purana, explains how we have to understand this process of creation. It says, Sarva Bhavanam, all the energies which are required for creation, the pradhana, the prakriti, the ingredients, basically to create, you need the ingredient cause and you need the efficient cause. The cause which puts the whole process into process into motion, and there are the ingredient causes also. The ingredients, for example, to make a pot, what are the ingredients what are needed? You need some clay, you need some water, you need a potter's wheel, you need fire. These are the ingredient causes. Now the potter himself is the efficient cause, meaning he is the person who puts into motion the activity by which the clay, water, potter's wheel, and the fire all combined, the combination of all this to make it into a pot. There is the efficient cause of the potter who is needed. If the potter is not there, all the ingredients may be there, but they will remain like that. They will not transform into the pot. The efficient cause has to come into play. Only then the ingredient causes get transformed into the product. Similarly, all the pradhana, the mahatattva, the three modes of material nature are all there. They are all dormant. Now they are all the ingredient cause. Now, who is the efficient cause? Efficient cause is Mahavishnu. He has to glance, he has to begin the activity, he has to put the activity of creation into motion. So, whatever causes of creation are there, all the causes of creation, they are actually, they are Shaktaya, they are energies of the Supreme Lord. And what kind of energies are they? They are Achintya Jnana Gocharaha. They are inconceivable to the material mind. How the energies of creation are possessed by Mahavishnu? It is very inconceivable for an ordinary living entity to understand. And the Vishnu Purana further states, Yato ato brahmanastastu sargadhya bhavashaktaya. The process of creation, beginning with sarga. The process of creation has two parts, sarga and visarga. So, the beginning with sarga, whatever the activities of creation, bhavashaktaya, all the energies of creation are there, they are yataha, they are emanating from the Brahmanaha, from the Supreme Brahman Vishnu. And how are these energies emanating from Vishnu? From where did Mahavishnu get these energies? That the Vishnu Purana is saying that Pavakasya Yatoshnata. Pavaka means fire. Fire is always accompanied naturally by the characteristics of Ushnata, heat, and by light. Warmth and light are automatic characteristics of fire. You cannot separate them. You cannot ask, where did fire get the property of giving out light and warmth? It did not come from anywhere. Nobody gave fire that property. You cannot trace out a point of time. Until that point of time, fire was there, but it had neither light nor warmth. At some point of time, suddenly, fire acquired the quality of giving out light and warmth. Can you say that? No, from the beginning, fire means it has these two inseparable characteristics. That is, giving out heat and light. In a similar way, the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu, there is no source for his energies of creation. All the energies of creation are naturally present in Supreme Lord Mahavishnu, and therefore they are inconceivable. And those inconceivable energies of the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu are such that they carry out the process of creation, but Mahavishnu remains as he is. He does not transform into this material universe. There is no kshaya in the Supreme Lord when this creation happens. Na apachaya upachaya apachayau. The Supreme Lord is one in whom there is no upachaya, there is no apachaya. Apachaya means diminution. Something is coming out of Mahavishnu regularly, so something is reducing in him. Something has come out from him, so that means something must have reduced in him. No reduction happens in him. He is as he is. And when the universes are getting annihilated, they are all going and merging back into Mahavishnu. So, upachaya, something must be increasing in Mahavishnu. No, there is no increase that happens in Mahavishnu. Innumerable, infinite number of universes can go and merge into Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu will remain as he is. This is the inconceivable energy of creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu. So, this is explained as the Parena, the inconceivable energy of Mahavishnu.